So very good morning to all the participants. I'm Karthikeya from Hyderabad, and I represent a company called K3 Consultants, and I'm presently heading as Senior HR Manager and the Head of Learning and Development. And today we are going to have a discussion with all of you about the career aspects and what exactly is in MBA. So before that, let me thank first of all the founder chairman Mallareddy Garu and the director sir, and also HOD Anil Garu and the program coordinator Balanji Reddy Garu and placement team. So today, the prime agenda for this particular session is what exactly are the skills and specializations one needs to know before they get out of the college and step into a job industry. So before I go ahead and give in details about this, let me give a brief introduction about me. I'm a 16-year experienced professional who worked across Pan India and abroad. Currently working as a consultant for three companies in terms of HR analytics and cybersecurity. I'm a cybersecurity advisor as well by profession. Basically, I'm a BTech, BBA, and an MBA, and I've been working since 2004. 2004 in Hyderabad. So since then, I've been working in Hyderabad, and I traveled across Pan India, and I was there across various other parts of India as well. And being a consultant, I keep meeting a lot of people across the globe. So this has helped me to go with a lot of learnings. And during this pandemic time, I feel proud to announce that 78 people from MBA of various colleges have undergone the course of data analytics from me, which is a 1 week program, post which they have undergone a internship also, a virtual internship, which they have completed by yesterday. So um, it's all about how productively we make use of all these situations or environments what we have around. So today, what I'm going to talk to you all is very, very clear. Everyone must be knowing what exactly is an MBA. So we know what exactly is MBA all about. We say that it's Master of Business Administration. But the key question is, what is there inside it? What is that we need to choose in MBA as a specialization? When I speak about this as a specialization, now there are a lot of specializations people must be thinking like, okay, I know this, etc., etc. But when I look at the particular specialization, many of the people say that I know only HR, finance, marketing. Just that HR, finance, marketing is not going to be the only specialization with which we are going to run the entire show. Because when we talk about the HR and marketing and finance, within HR, we have a lot of other specializations which one can get in. See, being an HR professional, I started my career as an HR recruiter almost 9 years ago. Then I started moving into training, then into employee engagement, then into performance assessment. Now, slowly, I started growing on the ladder. And now, today, I'm heading the Department of Learning and Development and also as a senior HR manager. And just by yesterday, I'm promoted as Assistant Vice President of Operations. So I'm currently going to take this responsibility from tomorrow as AVP of Operations for HR. So all these things would be happening on a very, very slow factor, but it's only possible when we start upskilling ourselves to know what exactly is inside all this. So when we talk about every single specialization in detail, so I would like to hear from any one of you, those who would like to speak. What according to you is specialization in MBA? How do you define a specialization in MBA and why do you need to choose it? Can anyone answer? You can unmute and speak for yourself. My question is very simple. Why do you need to look for a MBA specialization? Why is that it is so important that you need to primarily know why is it so prioritized? Or can someone tell me what are the specializations you have in MBA? Anyone can answer. Someone unmuted. Guys, see, before I go ahead and interact further, let me tell you one important thing. I was from an engineering background. Then I came into an MBA. Of course, I did a BBA also in between. The only difference between a technology person and a non-technology person, there's a lot of difference. But the biggest difference is that we will not be able to work if we don't speak up. Being an MBA, you take anything, you get into HR, you get into marketing, you get into finance, any specialization internally. Apart from these, if you don't open the mouth, if you don't speak up, if you don't turn up, then there is no point that we can exist in this industry. Engineers, yes, they can work only with the computers, they can talk to their computers, they can do the coding, and they can leave for the day. But at this point of time, it's not going to be that. For all of us in MBA, we need to open the mouth. If you think that someone will comment, someone will, you know, say something, someone will laugh at me, I mean, as long as we keep bothering about our neighbors, we don't grow. To get my first job in 2004, I failed in 59 interviews. This was the prime reason. I was always bothering about my neighbors. Why should I speak? What would happen? Who will laugh at me? Who will scold me? Then I felt, why the hell should I care everyone? When someone asks you in an interview who is your role model, many of our friends will say Abdul Kalam sir or Mother Teresa or Gandhi ji or someone. I mean, those great people. But I give two names when someone asks me who are your role models. Number one is Mr. Charlie Chaplin, and number two, Mr. Bean. The reason why I have these two people is just simple that they never bother what the world thinks about them. They wanted to do something, they wanted to speak up something, they wanted to convey something. They just do it and go away. Immaterial whether it is how is it happening. And they know they will do it correctly. Even if it sounds foolish, they don't bother because as long as we fail to participate in a discussion, we lack to participate in being a part of a team, our growth stops. There are a lot of people whom we have fired just because they did not speak up what they did. I'll tell you an example. I'm in HR and I was conducting along with my two colleagues an interview for a multinational company. There was a guy, there was a guy who actually, who actually tried to uh, show off in a different way. This guy was a topper, he was a gold medalist, and we were in the panel. He was just speaking continuously something or other. So my HRs were listening and I was listening. Then I said, I have one question for you. Tell me, how did you achieve your gold medal? And my only question was, tell me, how did you achieve your gold medal? He took 18 minutes, but he had no answer properly to tell how did he achieve something. Today you might be a topper. Tomorrow you may be a winner. Day after tomorrow you must be something. But there will be a day where people will come and ask you, how did you achieve this? And that day, that minute, when we cannot speak what we did, then there is no point in saying like I won something. You must have won something. But how do I believe you? The reason why we ask this question is any company will hire you only when you open the mouth and say, how can you be an asset to that organization? Tomorrow, you are the one who will represent the company being an MBA outside. It can be as an HR, it can be as a. So, tomorrow, you are going to be the one who is going to represent your organization as an HR or finance or a marketing person. And you are the one who is going to speak about the company. When we are not going to speak about the company, then how is it a company will believe in us? So it's always very important that we should know why we should speak. So again, one more time, I'm asking you, why do you think, or what all specializations you know in MBA? Anyone can unmute and answer.
Finance. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Thank you.
Finance, HR,
Okay. Okay.
marketing.
Marketing. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Any clue why you need to look for a specialization? Do you have any answer? Why should you choose a specialization?
No, sir.
Thank you so much. Anyone can answer, please. Can anyone answer why? What is that word specialization means? Okay, I'll answer this. I'll answer this. No worries. So when I speak about specialization, when I say the word specialization, that it means We are trying to work with a particular expertise, an area of expertise where we feel that, yes, I'm really strong at this. So that is what you call. See, in general, if I talk about HR, one of our friend has given thanks to him. So he says HR, marketing, and finance. Now, again, within this HR, marketing, and finance, if I'm the HR of any company, I'm taking your interview. My first question would be, why did you choose this specialization? What are you strong at this? Can someone, I mean, when I ask this question, many people will go blank. They cannot answer. They'll be like, I just took HR. My friend took HR, so I did it. Okay. So there will be a lot of things where people will feel like, okay, I'm just doing it for namesake. Never ever copy someone. Never ever try to imitate someone. Never ever try to be someone. You be an individual. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you want in your life. You know what you're supposed to get. And you know, or you should know what you need to achieve in your life. MBA is not just only with MBA HR, MBA finance, MBA marketing. There is a bigger world outside. I don't know how many of you have researched really on this. Guys, my one simple, humble suggestion, the situations outside in the market are so bad, and they're very, very, very distracted. And especially people in HR, there are a lot of layoffs happening in the HR industry just because of automation. Artificial intelligence has come in the picture and there is a lot of layoff, and instead of 10 people, one system is working and all the 10 are being laid off at a different cadence, starting from an entry level to a top level. Job market is really worst. It's not so good. We don't know when will that pick up. It can be in 2 months, it can be 2 years, it can be 3 years. Now, by the time we are getting out of the college and getting into the job market, how far are we ready to get into this industry? The biggest challenge is, what are the things that industry is expecting today? Please stop relying only on your textbooks for marks. Industry is not looking for toppers. Industry is not looking for those who says I'm a 95%. Industry is not looking for someone who says I'm with a textbook knowledge. Industry is looking for someone who can speak practically, work practically, get the things achieved practically. Analytics. I'm sure many of us must have not heard of this word. A lot of technical terms that have come into HR. The 78 people who have completed the internship are from the analytics platform. They have learned data analytics in HR, data analytics in marketing, data analytics in finance, data analytics in supply chain, data analytics in logistics. There are a lot of specializations. Each and every subject you must have heard or read in your MBA is now a specialization in the outside market. If you have got operations research or statistics, yes, that's a specialization. You have vast requirement in industry, manufacturing industry as a Six Sigma specialist with your MBA qualification. I'll show you what are those specializations. But before I do that, let me just inform you what are the things you need to look into when you're getting into an MBA, or if you're already in MBA. Identify your strength. Don't say that my friend is into HR, I'm into HR. My friend is strong at this, I'm strong at this. Identify your strength. What is that you are good at? We are not living in a generation where we will be pushed from the backside and say, you do this, you do this. As youngsters, we do lot. I mean, you guys do a lot of things by yourself. Neither your parents tell you nor your teachers will tell you. But when it comes to learning and settling in life, there are things that you need to identify by yourself. Know what is your strength. What are you really good at? What is your biggest achievement? What are your long term goals? What is that you wanted to be in the future? I have a question. Okay, I have a question here. If I ask you this, let me see how many will answer. Where would you like to see yourself after 5 years? I'm repeating the question. Where would you like to see yourself after 5 years? Can someone answer this? Don't mind, whatever is the answer, I'm ready to take it. Don't worry about others. Think that you're the only fellow in this room with me and you can speak up. Why do you, I mean, where would you see yourself after 3 or 5 years? Give a try, attempt, speak up. You can do it. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
So my name is Naveen.
Hi, Navin.
Sir, I'm from marketing background, sir.
Yes, sir.
After 5 years, I am going to be like a senior marketing manager like you, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. Nice answer, sir. Anyone else? Thanks for that. Anyone else?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
My name is Sai Kishan, and I want to see as a successful businessman. And my stream is HR.
Great, great. I'll wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Who else? So the inauguration is done. Now you can speak up. Someone broke the coconut. Guys, be practical. Don't worry. I'm not. I mean, I might be looking so serious on the camera, but I'm not actually. I'll be very friendly. So speak up. We have a lot of people in the group. So 41 registered, 33 turned up. It's fine, no problem. Cool.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, I think I will be in your position after 5 years.
Okay. Okay. You wanted to be in the same position or same role what I am today.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that okay? Thanks for that, madam. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Yeah. Anyone else? I'm just trying to make it an interactive session, guys. I don't want to make it a boring session. I wanted to hear from you people. I wanted to listen. What is there in your mind? I'm here to help. I can help you all. Because from Monday, I have another batch of 17 people from MBA who are joining for data analytics course. And they're going to get trained for 1 week and they'll do an internship on this. Okay. When someone asks you, where would you like to see yourself after 3 to 5 years? Your answer should be so apt, so accurate that they should get the answer in such a way that, okay, he's working for the company but not himself. Sir, I would like to seek a position or I would like to see myself in a role where that role will be given as per my performance and recognition, and as well that responsibility will help me to be a part of the company's growth. So speak for yourself, but more speak for the company more. Whatever the designation is given to me after 5 years, I will use it for the company's development. Whatever the role is assigned to me after 5 years, I would love to use it for the company's growth so that I can also grow parallelly. So this is what you should say. Don't bother about designations. Whatever comes in, speak up. That's more important. That's what I said, guys. You need to be very practical, not textbook guys. I don't know how many of you believe it. Okay, you're all you. I mean, whoever we have here, there must be people with 70%, 80%, or even 90% toppers of the class. I did my masters, I did my undergraduation, two undergraduations. One is a BTech and another is a BBA. Very honestly, I'm never a topper, not even a first class holder. I was never a first class holder. I was always a failure. People looked at me very, very down. Today I feel very proud. Today I feel very proud because the people who are working under me are all toppers. The people who are working with me are all masters. But when I look at their communication, when I look at their ambition, when I look at their zeal to work, that is not something matching. Whatever you wanted to work, whatever you love to do, whatever you would like to be a part of, do it with a passion. Don't just do it as a job. Don't look for a job, look for a career where your passion becomes your career. That's more important. You must be very passionate about becoming a senior manager, or you must be passionate about something. So work on those lines, make it as a profession, and then bring it forward. I'm a passionate photographer, so I do photography. I go around, I do it, and I post it on my Facebook page. And I've been growing. I'm a learner, continuous learner. There are ample books in my home, lot of books. Even though there are some books on my table, but I don't read books much. I listen to people. So understand the salary figures. When someone says we are going to pay you this much of salary, ask in detail what is that salary, what is the breakup, and a lot of other information. You should know how the industry is going to pay you and know the alumni. This is very important. Even before you pass out, you ask your college, any is there any of our alumni who are settled in other companies with whom we can get in touch and seek their help to get into industry. It's all networking, building networking. It's not on Facebook, it's not on Instagram, it's not on LinkedIn. It's a personal people networking. Build it over, and then you can make wonders out of it. I taught, I mean, I gave lectures in various colleges on many, many huge platforms. I address the people of student community. I address the people of CEO level. I address the people of different government departments on leadership. And being a cybersecurity advisor, I addressed various security wings. But every day, even after 16 years of my life, even today, I upskill myself, I learn, I speak up, I present myself. So what are the, I mean, apart from the regular HR, finance, and marketing, what else we have? These are the three many of us must be knowing: marketing, HR, and finance. Information systems. This is something which is very crucial these days, technology included. If you are into this, you should know what exactly you should speak about, what technologies are in it. Consulting. I'm a HR consultant. I advise the companies. I sit with them. I advise them in reducing the cost cutting. I mean, in doing a cost cutting to reduce the cost in terms of hiring, in terms of managing the payroll, in terms of conducting marketing research. I help them to reduce the cost and ensure the business grows smooth. So that is the one thing. Be an entrepreneur, and then operations management. And now I am promoted as AVP for operations. And trust me, there will be totally, directly and indirectly, 212 people who are going to report me from tomorrow. Imagine 212 people I need to manage across South India. It's not easy. And every day, this laptop bears me for at least 11 hours. I start at 10:30 in the morning and I will close it at about 2:30 in the night. A minimum 11 hours. Beyond that, why I'm saying all these things is there's a vast future in MBA. Don't bother about technology only. There's a vast future. Just only thing is that we need to know what we need, how we should do it, how we should go with it. Don't just think that if I read all these textbook things in my class, tomorrow I can answer the same in the interview and I'll get a job. You are not going to have that. Industry is not looking for robots. Industry is not looking for those by-hearting fellows. Industry is not looking for those who just come with a piece of paper saying, I'm graduated with so and so marks. Who the hell is caring for it? A lot of layoffs are happening just because they are not graduated or they are not toppers, because they can't speak up. They can't speak up. They don't know what to speak. They have an idea of what to say, but they don't know what to speak. It can be an English problem. I'll tell you what are they. I'll show you what are those challenges. These things, what you see on the screen. Many of the people have a problem of communication. I happened to be in one of the session 10 days ago where I was listening to all the participants after my session. Along with me, there was another speaker. So we both conducted the session and it was done. So when it came for the discussion time, so what happened here is one of the faculty from North India, basically he's from South, he settled there. He's a faculty of a college. I don't want to mention what is his specialization. He has got over 23 years of experience, a gray haired person. And when he started communicating, I felt like I should run away from this place. 23 years of experience, and people even don't know what to speak and how to speak, what sort of words they should use, how professionally. I see many of the youngsters coming in the most stupid way to an interview with a spiky hair, irregular dresses, improper shoes, hunky funky hairstyles, applying the gel, not even carrying a couple of resume copies, all these things. Communication is not just by words, it's also by non-verbal personality and gestures. People come with earrings, people come with different styles. You first know how to be there at the interview point, and you should know how to speak in front of everyone. One individual is responsible for their growth or for their own damage. I asked that professional guy, sir, what subjects are you handling? He gave three subject names. Is 23 years your entire experience? He said, yeah. Then when I asked him to speak about a topic, about the, about the same question, what he asked, he could not even speak for 2 minutes. Trust me, guys, today the most unfortunate thing is when I ask in interviews, speak something about yourself or introduce yourself for 2 minutes. The maximum time an individual is speaking, as per the printed resume, is 40 seconds. We lived for 20 years and we can't speak for 2 minutes about that entire 20 years. That's the most pathetic thing today. And that's the reason people are not getting jobs. People feel like I did MBA, I'll get a job. Why? I'm awarded 2 times as one of the finest arrogant HR. There was an interview where we had 2,900 and 85 students in one shot. We did the interviews for more than 14 hours. Out of this 4 digit in a day, we selected 3 people. 4 digit number is a single digit number. We took time. We were patient enough. We said, okay, everything, but we could not select. There are a lot of reasons. I don't want to get into that. Planning is very important. Before you get into an MBA, identify what you want to be in the future. Don't jump into MBA that I wanted to do it just because my friend did it, my sister did it, or my colleague did it, or my girlfriend did it, my boyfriend did it. That's why I asked you, where would you like to see yourself after 5 years? Many of us don't have the answer. Supervising skills. Today, how is it I'm able to supervise 212 people? Till now, I was handling 117 or 50 more. The people who are working along with me as AMs and SMs, from tomorrow, they'll report under me as subordinates. But I don't want to be a boss, I'll be a leader. Supervising is not about being a boss, being a leader. Decision making skill. This is where the key area of analytics come into the picture. I have spent 3.5 lakhs to become a certified analytical expert. I've just thrown the money because I wanted to grow in my life. I want to get upskilled. I don't want to just sit at home and say, I have an MBA, I have an MBA, I have an MBA, and I have a job. You know why many layoffs are happening today? It is not that they are not experienced. Even after 15 years of experience, layoffs are happening only for one reason, that they are not upskilling. They just be in the same role where they started, or the same way how they have been. They never get themselves trained. And industries want someone who can go in a diversified way. They don't want those sitting bots. They want those bots who can smartly work. And that's when people were replaced by bot system as artificial intelligence. And many of the interviews happen only on bot. People are not taking it. Leadership skill is very, very important. One needs to have this leadership skill. So when we look at the internal specializations industry and job wise in different verticals, I mean to say for management people, these are some of the areas. Some I have some more to show. People don't know. HR, you can be an HR consultant in terms of recruitment. You can be a strategic consulting expert. You can be an IT consulting in terms of if you're in from HR information systems. If you can be an operations consultant in terms of marketing, finance, or HR. Boutique, you can do if you're from HR, and that too in fashion designing, we have an MBA course. For them, it will be useful. Investment in finance, PR media in journalism, MBA journalism, we have some universities which have the specialization. Education consulting, marketing consulting, and then market research analyst. You can be a competitive analyst. Whatever you see on the screen now, you can be an advertising expert. All these specializations are looked out by the are looked out by the industry today, and they want the people who can come up with an MBA along with a certificate course or a certification in any of these specializations. See, this quality control, this is something you must have heard in the form of statistics or operations research. This is another thing which you must have definitely understood. Digital marketing, everyone speaks about digital marketing, but what is there in it? All these verticals what you see on the screen need one tool today, that is what you call analytics. You cannot run the business without analytics today. You go to YouTube, you upload your video. After 3 days, you go and see, you will find an option, view analytics. It will help you to understand how many people saw this at what point of time and how many times they saw this. So there are a lot of things that one needs to learn being an MBA. So what are the industries that they are going to be focused on? Supply chain management, yes. Logistics, yes. Many of the manufacturing industries and automobile industries needs people from this background to give a quality check. And then manufacturing, IT, An IT company needs HR. An IT company needs marketing person. An IT company needs a finance person. BPOs, which are called ITES, education sector. Nowadays, all universities are recruiting HRs and marketing people. In fact, finance also. MSME, small and medium scale industries, hospital industry, insurance industry. In fact, you just show me one profession where you don't need an MBA or a HR or a finance or a marketing person. There is no such profession on the planet Earth. Okay. So during this pandemic situation, how to enhance the knowledge and upgrade skills by using different online certification course. As I said initially, you need to do one course called analytics, which will help you to understand the basic tools of how to conduct an analysis using Excel, R, and SPSS, which will in turn help you to grow better. Today, the people whoever have learned from me, the 70 people, 78 people, I mean, you know, usually I was charging 5,000 rupees for a program for getting trained on analytics. But today, I gave it for 500 rupees for each student. 78 people came forward, and another 17 they are going to start from coming Monday. The reason is I want to help them in terms of learning the basics of it, where they can go tomorrow in an interview and say, I have a certificate in analytics and I can speak about these in terms of analytics rather than just speaking about what I did in MBA. That's very important. There are a lot of courses one needs to know. So how to get yourself ready for the industry and you know how to work for this. I'm sorry guys, I worked till 4 o'clock in the night, so I'm a little tired. So when I speak about this particular option, there are a lot of challenges. Industry, if you go to an interview, 10 people, not that anyone will get a job or only one will get a job or all the 10 might get a job. What are the skills you need to have? Soft skills. You should know how to speak. One should know how to present, how to walk, how to dress, how to maintain a body language. Now, if you look at me, I'm sitting very straight and proper. Imagine if I sit like this, right? I'm sorry, this got stuck. So if I sit like this, relaxed, and say, okay, today we are going to speak about MBA, and if I speak about body language, you feel like this fellow himself is not sitting properly, and he wants us to follow body language. So that's absolutely not correct. We are not supposed to do that. So there are a lot of skills that one needs to know. Now, what is that art people are getting who are getting trained? They're learning data analytics. Some people are learning soft skills. There are a couple of people from your college who have already joined for this and they're already learning it. They were already there in my previous sessions from various other backgrounds and disciplines. So gear up and get ready. You have ample time. Once your college starts or online complete building session starts, then you don't have the time to learn. Spend 1 hour in a day and practice for half an hour in a day. And trust me, you are going to be something better than anyone. I mean, those who are getting trained on this. There are a lot of opportunities, but the only challenge is there are a lot of conditions in front of it. Now it's like a game. How do you overcome everything and then reach the target? We don't know when this industry will become common. Life is going to be online. So what is that we do? So what are the key technology skills we need to focus apart from my regular specialization? What is that industry is looking at? Number one, artificial intelligence. You may not be a programmer, you may not be a coder, but you need to be someone who can understand how it operates, how it works, and then work accordingly with it. That means I'm asking you people to just peep into the other discipline, interdisciplinary learning. Don't just be into one thing. Learn the other skill which is needed for it. Tomorrow, if you want to work as a financial expert or a marketing expert, say for example, even HR, if you're working with a manufacturing company called Kia, if you want to sell your product as a marketing person, you cannot say that I'm from MBA, I'll just do marketing. If you want to do that, you should have the product knowledge. You should have the technology knowledge. You should have the entire knowledge of that particular product. And that's when you can speak outside. So get into that AI world. And the second thing is cybersecurity. What exactly is cybersecurity? Why is that I'm into it? Today there are a lot of startup companies and industries which got affected during pandemic because of the cyber security, and there were a lot of challenges. And why is it important for an MBA, HR, or finance or marketing? There is a huge world outside for finance people who are looking with a cybersecurity certification in order to provide security for the financial models that they are coming up with. Even for market research, even for HR, this you know certificate or certification in cybersecurity will be a boost up or energy to have a better salary than everyone as well in the market. Big data. If someone is interested, they can undergo. Presently, I'm training a team on big data and Hadoop as well. So just go through internet and try to get to know what is that it is all about. So overall, if you want to be an industry expert, if you want to grow and learn in industry, there are certain skill sets that one needs to learn. Speak up first of all, open up, ask questions, interact with me, and that's when you will be able to know what exactly you or someone is looking actually for. So there is no point if we sit silently. There is no point if we say, okay, uh, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do this. That you can speak to your mind internally, but you should also open up and then speak up outside and say, sir, I want to do this. How do I get this? We hardly ask questions in the class. Don't be a fellow who is just passing out from a college. Don't get happy that I'm a certified, I have a PhD, I have got a MPhil or I've got a MBA. Whatever you have got, boss, speak up. The day we don't speak, all your qualifications are nothing, but know how to speak, how professionally to communicate. This is very important. Industries doesn't measure you with your qualification only. Majority is with your communication and behavior. To be very precise, your soft skills plays a very important role, and even a part of hard skills play a very important role. So that's all from my side. And you can see my contact number, you can see my email ID. Anyone has any questions, you can ask now or make a note of it, and you can ask me, and we can have a discussion for 5 minutes. Again, I'm repeating, please stop thinking about your neighbors. If you start thinking about your neighbors, you will remain where you are exactly today. They will not help you to grow in every time. At one point of time, someone might feel bad or sad about it. Speak up. It's your life. It's your game. Today, you are speaking for you and your family, not for your friends. Just speak up and open up and then ask if you have any questions. So no questions, right? So thank you so much for being a part of this session today, and I thank head of the department Anil Garu, Balanji Reddy Garu, and then the entire management of Malaredi Group, and also placement team who are going to help you in terms of getting the placements done, right? Thank you so much, friends. Thanks for being a part of this session today, and see you all. Take care.